uneasy. He's wide open.
Yes, sir!
Lastimosa, another three.
Jerome Lastimosa,
Oh, go! Triple for Jerome Lastimosa. Melesio all day to shoot. Gets it to go. Lasal is off and running. Melesio behind the back pass again. Justin Baltasar brings that baby home. Cani against Desiderio. The bang in the bucket. They swing it to Comboy, who's had the hot hand. Still finds a way. Fading away on one leg. Ildefonso will drive right. That's all muscle. Changes direction. Twice he does that. Navigates through Pasay traffic. Double-double performance for Philip Manalang. Straightaway jumper. Nothing but sweet string music. Manzo with a steal! All the way! That's one behind the back. Highlight the University of the Philippines after 32 years! CJ for three! Are you kidding me? Subido with a crossover. Subido for three! Renzo Subido! Ravenna leaves it for Edge. Oh! Here's Matt, the 30. Highlight coming. Two-hand slam. Dominance and the excellence of the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles continues. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rivalry Day. This, as we all know, much more than a game. The biggest rivalry in Philippine sports, it's an occasion. Tickets to this day today, historically, they've been anniversary presents, gifts to possible business partners, or depending how old you are, the most cliche legal present in all of college in Taft and in Katipunan. Ladies and gentlemen, most rivalries, the really good ones, they have nicknames, they have titles. The names of these two schools are more than enough to explain the gravity of the situation. Ateneo, LaSalle. You are watching us live. This is ABS-CBN Sports live and exclusive coverage of UAAP Season 82. The men's basketball tournament is called All for More on SNA, SNA HD, on Liga, on iWant, on TFC.tv, or on live streaming. Wherever it is you are in the world, we welcome you inside what Nico Halili likes to call the championship capital of the Philippines, the Araneta Coliseum. Magandang araw, UAAP basketball fans. Nico Ramos here with Christian Luanzon for what is certain to be another chapter in a continuously evolving narrative that is Ateneo LaSalle. The book keeps on writing itself. Each chapter, though, always different and always something that we're always excited to watch out what's next for. Joining our team today, of course, we'll have these ladies reporting courtside for us. That is Miss Ayana Perlas, representing the De La Salle Green Archers, and of course, Miss Franny Reyes, representing the Blue Eagles of Ateneo. Ladies, we'll get to you guys in a moment. Christian, we have Ateneo LaSalle so early in the season. That's a little unusual. LaSalle will open up their season against the defending champions. Well, what a time to be alive, and what a time to have Ateneo LaSalle at the very start almost of the season.
And the very first game of LaSalle, obviously, after we opened the week just last Wednesday with those, 3 games. And, as the players approach this game, first game for LaSalle, as I mentioned, second for Ateneo, this is no ordinary game. As much as you want to treat that in that sense, you're just fooling yourself. You ask any player that played for Ateneo and LaSalle, both past and present, this is more than just a regular game.
Oh, especially since if you take a look at the team standing so far, nothing really too consequential yet. The UST Growling Tigers are 2-0 Ateneo undefeated after their first outing. And De La Salle, the only team so far that hasn't seen a UAAP game, and they, as we said, opened their season against the Blue Eagles. But as you were at the point that you were making, this is more than just the first game or the second game of the season. This is really another chapter in the rivalry, and we look back to season 81 and check out how those two chapters went last year. Ateneo took the victory in both those affairs in the Ateneo-LaSalle matchups. They did not see each other in the postseason, but in the first round, it was 71-55. On the second round, Ateneo once again posted 71 points to De La Salle 62.
And obviously, you know, 2 double-digit wins by Ateneo as they were going from last season for that back-to-back championship, which they accomplished. And, you know, this season, this is a different LaSalle team, obviously different coaching staff. You know, they have 3 one-and-done players. They have come backing in the guys of Justin Baltasar and Melencio, which was the core of their team from last season. It'll be interesting to see.
And they have transferees as well. So, you know, this is really a brand new matchup. And in all fairness to the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles, they proved their mind in their first outing. Still the defending champions. We'll have more for you when we return. We'll take a break. Ateneo LaSalle in just a few moments.
As Manulife will be giving away 2 million pesos worth of
The Eagles of Ateneo have just entered the court. The Archers of De La Salle were here much earlier warming up. The crowd is abuzz. You can take a look at the guest list on hand today. It encompasses generations. It crosses decades upon decades. Families are built upon traditions of these two schools, and a lot of that is experienced really in these Ateneo-LaSalle matchups. Let's first talk about the De La Salle Green Archers for a second. This is the first time we'll be seeing them. Their opening campaign here in season 82, and what a way for them to not just start a brand new season, but unveil pretty much a brand new team and a brand new philosophy.
Oh, head coach Gian Nazario will be spearheading the troops this season. Season 81 record, 8-6. 5th seed, missed the Final Four. Obviously, key losses there. You know, Santillan, big guy. Taan Samuel only played 1 year. Captain Ball, Kip Montalvo, Jologo, Mark Dyke. But they still have their core intact pretty much. And also upcoming, you know, I expect Encho Serrano to have a, you know, breakout season, a better season compared to last season. Karakot, Baltasar, Melesio, and obviously the one and dones in Malonzo, Meeker, Keyshawn Meeker, and Laput. And then you have transferees from Adamson, Adamson, Tyrus Hill, Lohera, and from NU, Jordan Bartlett. That's a deep backcourt.
There's a lot of stories and there's a lot of rabbit holes to fall into when you just take a look at this screen that's right in front of you guys right now. I'm sure we'll get to unravel each and every single one of those as we get to the game. But before anything else, let's talk about Aljun Melesio. He is man number 1. He is top of the pecking order. He is top of the credit line when it comes to the De La Salle Green Archers. If this were a movie, his name would be brightest up in lights as the guy who led last year for De La Salle, 15.9 points, and a guy who's come back in here as a senior, as a veteran, to lead the charge for the Green Archers.
A human pocket flamethrower, as I vividly remember you describing him last season, and rightfully so. You know, yeah, 16 points, also 5 rebounds, second in the team last season, and with those 2.6 assists, top scored also for them. You know, Melesio, he's gonna lead the charge. He's just one of those few guys at his size and position that, you know, first and foremost, is capable of carrying the team. He's proven that, and also has a knack for, you know, making clutch shots. And I think it's going to be key for him of how, you know, their big guys not only screen for him, not only rim run for him, but also, you know, how they establish inside position for him to get those easy looks, especially from the outside.
Pound for pound, without question, one of the most offensively talented players we've seen in the UAAP in recent history, and can get hot in a second. Now, from one side of the starting lineup, we go to the opposite side of the starting lineup. On your screens, it's big man Justin Baltazar, who has, in no form of exaggeration, really eclipsed all expectation of him. If you saw his name when he was first coming into La Salle, maybe you had modest dreams for Justin Baltazar. He said, no sir, I'm gonna go and become a UAAP superstar, and that's certainly what he's become.
A champion in the juniors division when he suited up for NU Finals, MVP if I remember right. Baltasar, what you like about his season, as the numbers, obviously had a breakout season. 2.1 blocks, the 9.6 rebounds, led the team in that category. Second leading scorer behind Aljun Melesio at 13.4. And his presence on the floor, especially how, you know, he would establish the inside block, that's going to be key for them. You have one from the outside in Melesio, inside in Baltasar. Let's see how that goes along with the others.
Oh, those are the guys we know well. Those are the guys we've seen perform for the green and white. But as you said, lots of new names, lots of new faces, new skill sets for the Green Archers. Ayana Perlas has been with the team since last year. She has more for the De La Salle faithful right now for us. Go ahead, Ayana.
Hello, Nico and Coach Christian. Good to be back here in the UAAP, and I know everyone is excited for the new era of the De La Salle Green Archers. Now, this season, the Green Archers will move forward with a new coaching staff alongside new and promising players, which includes juniors MVP Joel Kagulangan and 3 one-and-dones Jamie Malonzo, Keyshawn Meeker, and James Laput. Though chemistry may have been a challenge for the boys, everyone's collective effort to gel has been the solution towards the team's stronger relationship and better communication through preseason matches, team out-of-town trips, and constant buffet dinners. Now, the Green and White showed us an impressive preseason performance in their conferences here in Manila, out of town, in multiple tune-up games, but that is just the tip of the iceberg. The coaching staff's new system is paramount to not focusing on seniority, but to give equal opportunities to each and every player, and of course, to win that Season 82 championship. It's rivalry day, Nico and Coach Christian, as the Green and White go against their arch rivals and the defending champs. You're in for a lot of surprises. Balik sa inyo.
Well, thanks a lot, Ayana. And I think the smirk in her face, the tone in her voice, I think that's really what those in the know about the De La Salle Green Archers right now, I think that's what they feel as this team warms up. We have some idea about what De La Salle is, but really, truly, we're all just going to have to wait and discover. We'll come back to talk Ateneo after this. Welcome back, folks. We are moments away from calling out each player on the roster as we've been doing here in Season 82 and getting the game closer and closer to opening tip. But we already saw the De La Salle faithful earlier as they started filing in. The Ateneo crowd, as you see there, an entire family affair, also making their way inside Araneta, and the captains on center court, Big Mike Nieto, and of course, Andre Karakot for the De La Salle Green Archers. Welcome back. Nico Ramos still here with Christian Luanzo. Now, we talked all about the mystery that surrounds the De La Salle Green Archers. On the opposite end, as they usually find themselves, Ateneo and La Salle, there's Ateneo. There's not a lot of mystery there because we know what they can do, and they've let everybody know the last few years just how well they do it.
And that's because they do it very well of what they've been, and they've been doing it consistently. You know, obviously the system that Coach Tab Baldwin has put in, regardless if you're quote-unquote a regular player or a very talented player, you know, everybody on the team, there's nobody above the team.
And Adamson was the first to discover that in the season opener for both of those squads, September 4th. The Soaring Falcons actually made a run late in the 4th, actually trimmed this down, made it a single-digit affair, but then with less than 3 minutes left, Christian, Adamson was able to bring it down to 7 points, but at the end of the game, you're going to see the big number there. An 18-point victory for Ateneo. They proved that they too are capable of big offensive spurts.
Right, and if you look at the quarter scoring, I thought the key there was, you know, the first quarter, which they led 16-6. So yes, only 6 points by Adamson in that first quarter, led by, you know, Will Navarra. You look at the numbers right here, free throws, assists, and blocks. You know, you can double the output na nagawa ng Ateneo compared sa Adamson's 19-8, 8-3, 6 of the 8 blocks, came from Angelo Kwame. He was just dominating that game. One stat that we don't see is that they dominated the boards. They had 3 players in double figures in Navarro, Ravenna, and Ange Kwame, all in rebounding. They did a good job of taking care of the glass.
Well, you said his name 3 times already, so might as well bring up his numbers. Ange Kwame, the reigning UAAP Rookie of the Year, was impressive in season 81 and looks to pick up just exactly where he left off here in season 82. And he is as intimidating and as presence-filled of a force as we've seen so far in the UAAP.
Very. You can't really explain how his performance this season compared to sum up all of last season. He's been superb. Really, more than impressive. Itong si Ange Kwame, 17-11, 3 and 6. Just the way his presence on the floor, especially on the defensive end, really covers a lot of ground for them. Not only covering 1 or 2 guys, sometimes even 3 players. And considering his improvement on the defensive end, I think he's going to be the best player not only for their team, but in the league this season.
Oh, we really should, and this is a weakness on both our parts. We admittedly should be better at this, at describing and putting into words the effect that Ange Kwame has. But everyone who's watching at home, who's seen Ange Kwame live, they're nodding their head going, don't worry guys, I get what you mean.
Right.
I've seen it in person, and yes, there truly is a presence that the man in the middle for Ateneo has. They also have another impressive guy by the name of 30 Ravenna, the finals MVP. 30, the multiple-time champion, and the graduating senior now, number 0 for Ateneo, back where he left off in season 81 and the seasons prior. Double digits in points and rebounds and 4 assists just to complete the stat line.
Yeah, the best player in last season, season 81 for them, obviously had that big performance in the finals. Another huge game for him for their first win of the season. And what you like about 30 is how he plays off the ball. He's not a guy that's going to fill up the stat sheet when he has the basketball. I think he's actually more effective, especially this season with the improvement of Kwame. He's going to be more effective off the ball, and it's going to cause a lot of problems for the teams.
And he's definitely very high up on the whiteboard for the De La Salle coaching staff when it comes to that list of guys that they have to stop and contain. Franny Reyes was also with the Blue Eagles last year, and she continues her run as courtside reporter. Franny, do tell us more. Go ahead.
May kasabihan na lumalabas ang galing kapag Ateneo Lasal, but the Blue Eagles will not be entering today with that type of thinking. Coach Tab Baldwin always tells them that the occasion is never bigger than the team. That was their mindset against Adamson, and that's why players like William Navarro played so well. He was an efficient starter for Ateneo, posting 9 points, 11 rebounds, 7 of which were from the offensive end, and he told me that he treats every match like it's just another game. Now, the Blue Eagles know that the Green Archers are a fast-breaking team, so they plan to contain that by doing what they do best, transition defense. Now, today is also the birthday of rookie Jason Credo. He and the other Blue Eagles will be donning the blue and white in honor of another special birthday celebrant, Mother Mary. But make no mistake, today is still just another game. Inaasahan na ilalabas ang galing. Lasal man ng kalaban o hindi. Back to you guys.
Those are big fighting words, Franny. Not just, from her, but, you can almost hear Tab Baldwin saying that, to them, this is just another assignment. For everybody else, though, it's a little bigger than that. Ateneo Lasal when we come back after this. We are moments away, ladies and gentlemen, from adding another line into the storied list of Ateneo LaSalle matchups. And that's, as we were saying earlier, the beautiful thing about this rivalry is it doesn't need a nickname, Christian. It doesn't need some fancy spin on words. You say Ateneo, you say LaSalle, and it's already a social occasion. And the De La Salle Green Archers, apart from their 3-1 and done athletes, who we'll see a lot of later on, they also have a couple of guys who sat out last year to transfer over to Taft. Now in green, these three gentlemen, Bartlett, Lohera, and Hill, are going to be crucial for De La Salle's campaign in Season 82.
That's 6 players in total, almost, half of their roster already in terms of the new faces that they have. But, you have Jordan Bartlett, who's proven 2 seasons ago that he can score with the basketball, decent on the pick and roll. You have a Kurt Lohera, who can be a capable lockdown defender, can also shoot from the outside when he's suited for Adamson. And you have an athletic forward in Tyrus Hill, in which he can switch on ball screens, he can give you a little versatility on the defensive end, and also can finish the fast break very well.
Those numbers, obviously, they don't jump out at you. Those were limited minutes as rookies for these three gentlemen, but the skill set, the potential, definitely there for these three gentlemen. Now, the other guy that we used to talk about in that tone, the potential, what he could be. Well, we've seen it already in Encho Serrano. This guy is a finished product. Is getting closer and closer to being a finished product. But he was most definitely an impressive cog for De La Salle last year.
Well, he was a booster off the bench last season, and 6.5 points, 2.8 rebounds in about 14-15 minutes per game. And as we mentioned earlier, we expect those minutes, to increase. It really depends as both of us here this team remains a mystery, and even to all of the fans watching. Let's see of how the coaching staff will treat Encho Serrano in terms of his minutes on the floor.
Oh, what's clear is that's another weapon for De La Salle, and those are only the weapons that we've seen in the UAAP before. Paano pa yung mga one and dones that we haven't seen in action yet? Now, the other guy on the other team, Will Navarro. Franny spoke about him a little bit earlier in her report. He had a breakout game against Adamson. He's ready to make that jump and take that leap this season 82 and really become that next crucial cog in the Tab Baldwin offense.
And because of Rafi Verano even having one more year, but because of his ineligibility due to his studies, suddenly it opens up more minutes on the floor for William Navarro. Good number, by the way, number 23. But he started, had 4 starts of the 14 games in last season. Played about 8-10 minutes per ball game, but he was a key to that win in their last game. He set the tone for them. Had 6 of his 8 points, of his 9 points rather, in the first 6 minutes of that game. Kung saan lumamang sila ng 10, 16-6.
Well said, Christian. Well, enough of you and enough of me. I know that's what a lot of people at home are saying. We'll take a break. I promise this is the last one. We will tip it off when we return. Ateneo De La Salle.
Number 1, Kurt Lohera. Number 2, Encho Serrano. Number 3, Keith Meeker. Number 6, Waki Manuel. Number 8, Don Lim. Number 11, Aljun Melesio. Number 12, Joel Kagulangan. Number 13, Jaime Malonzo. Number 18, Francis Escandor. Number 22, Jordan Bartley. Number 23, Tyrus Hill. Number 30, Andre Karakut. Number 32, Brandon Bates. Number 42, James Apado. And number 19, Justin Baltazar. Green Archers head coach is Gian Nazario. Now make some noise for your Ateneo Blue Eagles. Number 030, Ravenna. Number 2, BJ Andrade. Number 3, Ad Wong. Number 5, Mamu Mamuyak. Number 7, Mike Nieto. Number 8, R.V. Berge. Number 11, Isaac Go. Number 12, Matt Nieto. Number 5, Pat Magdenberg. Number 17, Jason Gredo. Number 18, Gio Chu. Number 19, Tyler Theo. Number 21, Ju Daves. Number 23, Will Navarro. Number 27, SJ Belangel. Number 28, Roy Malilin. And number 34, Ange Kwame. Blue Eagles head coach is Tab Baldwin. Both teams please meet at center court for the traditional sportsmanship handshake. Officiating this ball game are Nestor Zambrano, Julius David, and Rafael Rebellion. Game commissioner is Miss Editha Botecario.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The De La Salle Green Archers and their quote-unquote home whites taking on the De La Salle, the Ateneo Blue Eagles in their royal blues. Karakut and Keyshawn Meeker will be the backcourt for the De La Salle Green Archers. Brandon Bates will be in the middle. Justin Baltazar and Jamie Malonzo will be starting five for the Archers. For the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles, the usual point guard is Matt Nieto. Gian Mamuyak will take Adrian Wong's place in the starting lineup. They are completed by Ange Kwame, 30 Ravena, and William Navarro. So that's already a strike off the list when it comes to people we expect to see today. Adrian Wong turned his ankle late in that game against Adamson. Will not suit up here for Ateneo. Mamu will be the replacement on the starting lineup. Referee Zambrano, David, and Rebellion will whistle this matchup for us as Bates and Kwame line up on center court and get ready for the toss.
UAAP, all for more.
A matchup to look out for is not a mano-a-mano matchup between the center position in Kwame and Bates. It's really Bates and Baltasar against Kwame. It'll be interesting to see, how they block him out, especially on the offensive glass.
Here we go. Ateneo will have first crack at the basket. 30 gets it over to Matt. Ravena using the screen by Kwame. They find Navarro underneath. Tough shot. Bates will clear the board. That's a stop for De La Salle. Karakot in a rush. Will settle down. Has Matt Nieto on his hip.
Gets a quality look though, just unable to use the glass for the reverse layup. Baltasar wide open.
Open for three. That one a little too strong, but welcome to the UAAP. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jamie Malonzo. I am first on the board. Here's Nieto. Floater going left with the right side is good, and Matt gets Ateneo on the board with a Jollibee 100%, the amazing move of the quarter.
Obviously something that he's been doing the past few years as Kwame swats that one for his first block of the game. He had 6 in the last game, but those are the kind of shots that you're willing to give up instead of an Ange Kwame, or rather rotating and leaving Ange Kwame open for the offensive rebound.
Here's Baltazar, has a smaller Navarro on him. Mamu comes from behind with a steal. Ball is live, there's a whistle. And that's going to be a loose ball foul on Justin Baltazar.
Holding down the number 19, Justin Baltazar.
So Mamuya came from the blind side, tapped it away, and then the foul is called there as Baltazar and Navarro were trying to go after the loose ball.
Baltasar has to become better than that in terms of dribbling the basketball. If he wants a one-on-one, he's got to ask for a clear out. He had one guy on the baseline. Just an easy steal from behind by Mamu.
Man, to Mamuya. Defense to offense? No. Kwame offensive rebound. Second serving here for the Blue Eagles.
Defending the ball screen is going to be key for LaSalle. Interesting to see if they're gonna hedge or switch out. That time, two guys on him with a hand in his face. Nieto knocks it down.
That's 4 points now for Matt after that pure gold, always panalo move. 3 on the way. Karakut answers back.
And for LaSalle, it's going to be key for them of how to play ahead of the defense. Even after a basket, open look for Karakut, knocks it down para makabawi sa three-pointer ni Nieto.
Mamuyak to the basket. He will draw a foul on Bates and take 2 free throws. And check out the screen and roll action earlier.
This one right here, Nieto, as you know, icing the ball screen was LaSalle. Bates was right there, laid off a little bit, saw an opening. This was the pass ahead to Karakut para bawiin naman sa kabila. And on the other end, you know, after the first game, if you remember the kind of offense that Ateneo was running last season, most of them were off the post option. They would dump it down to the post early, and usually they would get their options there. This season, so far, has been different. Even to the start of this game, they would try to extend that defense up with that 1-3-1 formation, which means it will open up a lot of, you know, cuts on the baseline, which we saw from Navarro, or a baseline drive, just like what Mamu did.
And, you know, gives a lot of freedom, gives a lot of space for guys who are now veterans. This Ateneo team has a lot of very seasoned guys.
Right.
That trust is growing between them and Tab Baldwin, allowing them to do a whole lot more things.
And that's what you like also about the structure that Tab Baldwin has put in place. As we see a breakaway.
Kwame with a steal. Kwame all the way with a left hand. Bates could not get there in time. C2 fast break of the game.
Now that's one thing that LaSalle cannot afford. 2 turnovers already in less than 3 minutes.
Karakut, no. There's a save by Baltazar. Keyshawn Meeker in and out.
Excellent blockout by Navarro on the taller Baltazar.
30, open court. Ravena, no. 30 gets it back. Up fake, kick out. Matt for 3. Cash.
Tapping the ball is not enough. You got to get it with 2 hands to secure the defensive rebound.
Manulife Vision player of the game is 30 Ravena with the assist. 11-5 is the Ateneo lead. Malonzo. Jamie will turn the corner. Here's Karakut inside. Karakut to Baltazar. That's in his wheelhouse. In and out.
What a defensive possession by Kwame. Starting from the left side on the court, switching. And then he rotated also to the right side and ended up with a defensive rebound.
Here's Matt over to 30. 30 behind his back. Nieto, another 3. Airmailed it. Navarro with a save. Over to the wrong guy. Karakut ahead. Keyshawn, one guy to beat. Meeker will overshoot. Baltazar with the rebound. Here's Malonzo against Ravena and Kwame. No problem. Yamaha Mio #1 move.
Again, playing ahead of the defense. Gets a shot from Meeker. Doesn't get it. Offensive rebound cleaned up by Baltazar over 2 Blue Eagles.
And those are that's probably the #1 combo of 2 guys. That's the hardest to score over when they're jumping full vertical on the inside. And that's exactly what Malonzo did. Ravena and Kwame. Usually that's a block for either one of those 2 guys, but the rookie is able to get the 2 to go as Aljun Melesio now checks in. Baltazar will take a breather. There's 6 Lasallians on the floor. Bates gets out in time as Karakut, Meeker, and Melesio will be the 3-guard backcourt for the Green Archers. Kwame, the spin, left-handed hook is good.
That's a well-designed and well-executed play.
Malonzo! 2-handed jam and 1!
What a play! I'm speechless.
McDonald's instant replay. Off of 1 foot, cocked it back, got the defender out the way and said, see you later.
Look at that with 30 Ravena right there.
Oh, and it's something to say to 30 as well. My goodness.
And definitely gets the crowd off their feet. Welcome to the UAAP.
I think He's welcoming us to him.
There you go.
Jamie completes the three-point play, and already I think 5,000 Lasallians behind us are looking to where to buy his jersey. They just found their new favorite Green Archer. 10-13. Man, do these games always come as advertised. Ravenna on Melesio. 30 with a spin, the drop step. Malonzo tried to swat it, but that left Will Navarro open for the cleanup.
Post up was 30 Ravenna on a mismatch on Melesio. Easy cleanup by Navarro.
Karakot in a bind. Gets it to Meeker. Hishan drops it off. Laput cannot handle. Navarro ahead to 30. Ravenna will try to leave it for Quanj, but it's taken away. Here comes Melesio. Melesio gets away. And Melesio is stopped by Gian Mamuyak. Ball is still live. Here's Mamu, one guy to beat. Mamuyak to the basket, no.
Great defense by Karakot.
Kwame hustles to get it after the missed tip. Ravenna, long jumper. That will drop.
Certainly a shot that last season we didn't see that much, but knocks it down that time.
Gatorade hydration checkpoint in the first. Karakot to the basket, and he gets two.
Andre Karakot.
What an action-filled first 5 minutes to this year's first Ateneo Lasal. It is 17-12 heading into this timeout.
Isaac goal for Edge Kwame.
The blue side in attendance
Mama
here
Mamuyak.
at the Araneta Coliseum. 4:57 left here in the first. They stand opposite, of course, the classic green of De La Salle. Here for 30 Ravenna is Danny Ravenna, and Bea De Leon, who I'm sure is here for all the Blue Eagles.
I told you this was no ordinary game. Stars are out, big names. There's one more name that we have yet to mention that's right beside us right now.
Miss Valdez, yes, is also in attendance. 30, crossover, 30 Ravenna!
Straight line drive, backhand layup, nice answer by Ateneo. And you know, this matchup, this lineup rather for Ateneo right here, this is something that Lasan would like to take advantage with Kwame on the bench. Adamson made most of their rally in the first game with Kwame on the bench in that second quarter and also late in the fourth.
Enzo Serrano underneath, great look from Melesio. PS Bankable assist of the game, parang PS Bank personal loan na maaasahan, apply online, no collateral.
And I correct myself, that was early in the fourth and a nice cut by Serrano to get on the board. I'd see he just came in.
This Ravenna-Malonzo matchup getting exciting as 30 misses the jumper over Jamie.
Ben asking for a substitution after missing that shot.
Melesio with a spin, jumper won't go, Navarro with a clear. That's the talent level on the floor, Christian.
For both teams.
For both teams is truly impressive as Navarro makes it to the way to the basket, but cannot complete the layup. Here's Encho behind his back. Serrano, a little out of control, recovers control, floats it up over Isaac, will not go, and Serrano will be charged with a personal.
Was able to get away and recover the loose ball, but went up against two players. Here's the ball screen by Ravenna. Negates it, goes the other way. Nice finish with the right hand. Something that his brother Kiefer is used to doing also. As he is watching.
Quick minutes for James Laput as Bates re-enters the ball game. We also get our first look at Ralph Koo in this game, number 0 for the Green Archers. Matt out to Isaac. George to the other side. Will puts it on the floor. Stopped by Koo momentarily. 7 to shoot. Matt asking for a high ball screen. He's got 5 to work with. Nieto to the basket. All alone. Blows the layup. Navarro with a rebound. Another Ateneo possession. Here's Andrade. Andrade stops on a dime. Turns. Looking for friends. Andrade. That will be a miss. And here comes De La Salle. And Serrano will get a bruise and a deuce and a 3-point play opportunity.
And if La Salle wants to give themselves a chance in this ball game, only their first game of the season. Again, after the stop, pushing the ball with that forward pass, simple bounce pass right here to Serrano. 1-2, Blue Eagles, no problem for him. 2+1 special coming up.
And that was the one thing that Franny said at the top of the coverage, Christian. They expected De La Salle was going to be an up and down team. They expected that they were going to want to put a lot of fast break points on the board. And they were ready to, apply that transition defense. But so far here on a couple of highlights, the Green Archers have been able to get out and run.
That's because when Ateneo, you give it the chance to set their defense, really a tough team to score on. So that's why you want to look on the advantage on the other end during the fast break.
Oh, what a pass inside as medium Mike gets the 2.
Again, posting up a smaller Melesio there, attacking the mismatches. Mike Nieto, as he came in, scores immediately.
Oh, never forget how dominant of a post player Mike Nieto was in high school as Aljun Melesio gets to the paint and gets a kiss off the board to make it a 3-point game again.
Anytime you have big before your name, you know you can play.
Nieto trying to get away from Melesio, leaves it for Go. Ice inside. There's a block by Bates, but a foul downstairs. De La Salle over the limit now. That will mean 2 free throws for Go.
Brandon Bates. Penalty. 2 Daves coming in for Will Navarro.
18-21 the score on the big board as Daves enters for Ateneo.
Here free throws for Isaac Go.
This has been a good ticket so far, Christian, and it's only the first quarter. So if you're here, if you're witnessing this live, or if you're watching us on whichever device or television screen, as Anton Asistio is joining us here. Well,
every game has been a hot ticket since Wednesday.
You've obviously been entertained. And Tyrus Hill is about to check in for the De La Salle Green Archers, but he'll have to wait as Melesio makes his way all the way, almost to the paint. Serrano, the aerial acrobatics cannot get the drop. Go, pushes it ahead. Here's Mike. Tyler to BJ, uncorks a 3, off to the left. And Ralph Koo will track it down for De La Salle.
A terrific transition defense by La Salle. Manuel just could not convert for the 2+1, but he will go to the line. La Salle getting the stops on the other end, securing the defensive rebound. And again, a quick attack after the forward pass to Manuel, attacking that baseline.
Well, the advantage is 5 still, though, for Ateneo. And, this is turning out to be at least closer in terms of, as you said, last season, 2 double-digit victories for Ateneo. The mystery is slowly starting to unravel itself as to what kind of team La Salle is going to put on the court for season 82. The defending champions obviously more than ready. And we have a game on our hands here as Joaquin Manuel takes the second free throw.
But even though they're down by 5, this is LaSalle's pace, to my judgment. And if you're Ateneo, you just got to hit open shots and hope that your defense will help your offense and vice versa.
Tyler gets it to BJ. Andrade downstairs. Mike out to BJ, looking for that swing. Will use a screen by Go instead, and will airmail that 3 ball. Gian Mamuyak springs off the bench for Ateneo as he'll have to wait for the next dead ball. Coach Tab Baldwin tapping on the starter right after that possession. Ralph, back cut. Serrano with a pump, no go.
Great read on the back door to get open by Serrano. Just couldn't finish. Good help by the Eagles.
Tyler refuses the screen. Go underneath.
Pass.
Mike with a reverse. Blocked by Tyrus. Serrano ahead. Ralph for 3. Back rimmed. And Daves will clear it for the Blue Eagles. Well, LaSalle, they have their chances here. But Ateneo still ahead by 4. 14-second differential game and shot. There is 8 on the Ateneo 24. Here's Nieto against Wacky. Ice for 3. Short. Cool. Ahead to Serrano. One guy to beat. Encho against Tyler with a spin. Serrano gets 2.
Encho Serrano!
What a flakes kakaibang move at the buzzer. And Tyler cannot get that one to drop, and it is a one-possession game at the end of the first quarter. Ateneo 23, De La Salle 21, and it's as exciting as advertised, maybe even more. Second quarter when we return. Second quarter, moments away from starting. Well, my partner Christian Luanzon's got the stat sheet in hand. Anything that jumps out to you there, Christian?
Offensive rebounding of Ateneo, even though that pace was LaSalle, they got to do a better job of, securing the defensive rebound, allowing 5 offensive rebounds that translated into 9 second chance points, as we see a legend in Philippine basketball, Mighty Mouse, Jimmy Alabag.
Jimmy is in attendance.
Off-season,
a lot of talk of whether Jimmy was
a candidate
offered or was a candidate for the LaSalle job. He's on the LaSalle box. He'll settle for a fan for right about now. He's got his hands full himself. Karakut gets away. Karakut to the left hand against Mamuyak, and Andre Karakut challenged Mamu up top and said, "Can you stay here as high as I can?" Guess not.
And that baseline drive, especially from the left side in this first half, has been the friend of LaSalle. Just too much of a straight line drive given up by Ateneo.
Mike for 3. Lead is back with Ateneo as Nieto hands the triple.
On the other end, Ateneo doing it, quote-unquote, the old-fashioned way. Simple pass, cross-court, Mike Nieto, one of the better shooters they have on the team, knocks it down.
Justin Baltazar back on the floor for De La Salle. Karakut gets away again. Karakut floats it over. Justin, short jumper, and he is on the board. And there is an offensive foul.
Basket counts for
Basket's gonna
Justin
count, though.
Baltazar.
There's a foul on the weak side, as I believe Tyler Teo was fighting for the loose ball.
Offensive foul, number 23, Tyrus Hill. There's a
Or
first.
what's not a
One
loose
of the
ball, the
three
basket went in.
So that's going to be on Tyrus Hill.
Clearly.
The ball is live now.
Zone.
Theo for three. Short. Ball is tapped. Daves gets it out to Gian. Tyler. Back to Theo. 8 seconds to shoot. Here's Mike. Nieto puts it on the floor. Nieto spins. That is going to be a foul on Joaquin Manuel. There's 3.5
Holding
seconds
foul,
left
number
on the
6,
Ateneo
Joaquin
shot
Manuel.
clock, but
There's a first.
the foul bails them
Two
out,
on
gives
the
them another
Green Archers.
14.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Theo over to Mamuyak. Gian with a crossover. Gian lost his handle. LaSalle wants a double dribble. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. Where's Tyler going to go? Uncorks a three. Back rimmed it. Daves cleans it up for Ateneo. Another possession. Mamuyak for three. That's short. And there's going to be a double foul here. And if that's going to be on Tyrus Hill, those are two quick fouls in succession. Him and Daves got tangled up on the box out.
And immediately in less than 2
Double
minutes
foul,
into the
number
corner,
21, Hugh Daves.
LaSalle
And,
giving
number
up 2
23,
extra
Tyrus Hill.
possessions as they gave up 5 in that first quarter. Not a good start.
And this is against an Ateneo lineup that doesn't have
14
Anchquame
seconds on
in
the
there.
shot clock.
So this 5 by Ateneo doing a good job cleaning up their misses. Mike to Tyler. 2 guys closing in on him. 1 dribble to the left. Basic jumper is good for Tyler Teo.
And that's a play Ateneo loves to run. Sort of like a screen, the screener play, triangle on top where the Tyler Teo, is gonna screen, but there's a screen for him to go to the other side. Good pump fake, 1 dribble, knocks it down.
Karakut begging for the ball. Karakut drives on the left side again. Karakut will miss. Baltazar will miss the follow. Oh, great opportunity there for Justin Baltazar, but could not complete it. Here's Daves. Almost bobbled the handoff to Mike. Ice for 3. Go will miss, and Baltazar will sky alone.
Good help by Tyrus Hill and good recovery on his guy, Isaac Go, to get a good contest.
Andre over to Baltazar. The smaller Daves is on him. Baltazar takes him to the post, spins away from the double. Skyhook will not drop. Go with the cleanup. Here comes Mamuyak over to Daves.
Good hands.
Read by Manuel. Here's Kagulangan to Waki. Manuel in and out. Joel with another try for De La Salle. Hill with a floater. That won't go. Ball still live. Daves has it. Tapped away by Joel. Daves puts it on the floor, and that's going to be a foul on the rookie out of LSGH, Joel Kagulangan.
And if you're a Sun, you don't want to overreact to that. All the chances that you've had is at the rim, just unable to hit them.
Timeout, De La Salle Green Archers.
And the Green Archers, they've seen enough here. They're down by 3, but they'll whistle for an early timeout. Big clock reads, 7:05 left in the second period as the Green Archers trail the Blue Eagles 28-25, and Kwame will return for Ateneo. As you see Jet Manuel, our colleague on the broadcast team, watching, and then also with a vested interest, his brother Joaquin just went to the bench for De La Salle. Here's a three on the way, it will not drop. Malonzo back on the floor for La Salle.
Sorry about that, Nico. Miscommunication on the defense right there of La Salle. Fortunate was them. It did not go in. Open three by Tio, but a three right here. Wala rin.
Well, the length that La Salle is trotting out on the floor right now, though, at that 3-4-5 slot with Baltazar, Tyrus Hill, and Malonzo. That's going to be tough for any other team to match just lineup-wise as Mamuyak gets away, and that's another 15-foot jumper open for an Ateneo guard. Baltazar trying to outrun Kwame, change his mind at the last second. Kagulangan jumps in and steals it away. Caraco trying to restore order, calls for horns, uses the Baltazar screen, jumps, gets it out. Malonzo, opposite side, opposite result as he knocks down a triple. Jollibee, 100%, the amazing move of the quarter.
You like the fact that he doesn't hesitate to shoot. So obviously Malonzo has that shot after missing the first one before that. That time, different result.
And the newcomer to the rivalry is first to double digits, Jamie Malonzo. Tyler, runner. And Tyler Tio answers back and puts him Ateneo by 4.
A good use of the ball screen, and I thought that was Steve Nash.
Oh,
nice shot.
Got away. Tyrus Hill, no. Malonzo with an offensive rebound to Baltazar. Long jumper won't go, and Ange cleans it up for the Blue Eagles.
La Salle right now over the limit.
Ange top of the key. Now it's Navarro, under 10 to shoot. High in the sky play for Mamuyak. Kagulangan caught in a bad spot, will be whistled for a foul.
Very tough to defend a backdoor player
Number 12,
with your,
penalty.
without seeing the basketball, as right here. Kagulangan with contact on top. Official says there was a foul. And we heard the whistle.
Keyshawn Meeker will re-enter for De La Salle, and 30 Ravena will come back in for Ateneo.
Bench points for Ateneo this quarter, 7-0.
That's Tyler Tio and Mike Nieto, splitting those 7 between the two of them. Jumper is up, well, free throw is up and through for Gian Mamuyak as SJ Belangel will come in for Mamu. Quick refresher of people on the floor. Co-captains Karakot and Melesio. They're joined by Keyshawn Meeker as a 3-guard backcourt for De La Salle. Jamie Malonzo and Justin Baltazar. Those are the white shirts at the Gatorade hydration checkpoint here in the second quarter. They're going up against Tyler Tio, Will Navarro, SJ Belangel, 30 Ravena, and Ange Kwame, who will be whistled for a personal foul.
And because he has shown that he has the ability to shoot, La Salle was pressuring him up top. Malonzo showing that he has the handles, cross from left to right, and forces the defense of Kwame. Had his 2 hands up, but at the last moment, put them down to force the foul.
Nice
try.
And this is, with the one-and-done players that De La Salle has, what they're able to provide that teams are hard-pressed to find are guys who've played at a high college level against similar framed players like Ange Kwame. You don't find 6'11" guys in high school here in the Philippines too often unless you went up against Kai.
Right.
But you know, for Malonzo, for Meeker, for Laput, for Val Chauca at Adamson, these guys that played college basketball in the US, Troy Reich last year, they're used to 7-footers. They'll attack 7-footers. Whether they'll succeed or not is a case-by-case basis.
Pushing foul, number 11, Aljun Melesio, penalty. First foul on Aljun Melesio.
34-29, Ateneo maintaining a 5-point lead.
And this could hurt them.
Winning
Talk
team
about
free throw
LaSalle
is
being over the
SJ
limit
Panamel.
at that 7-minute mark. Compared to the first quarter, it was about a minute 30 remaining, but got into fouls early. So giving a big lift is the bench of Ateneo. Obviously scoring Mike Nieto, Tyler Teo, but also putting pressure at the rim. And they're getting freebies.
SJ with the first. Second one is up and through for Belangel. And you know, you mentioned earlier, Christian, that the pace may be much more closer to the LaSalle preference of things, but Ateneo still up by 7. That's the thing about them, is they're so good at executing regardless of the type of game that it is. They find ways to put points on the board.
And also that's LaSalle, because of their defense, they're just fouling too much. Too many stoppages of the court, obviously. Them not being able to run towards the other end.
Ravenna changed his mind at the last moment
Another foul.
Foul, number
and tried to
30,
put up
Andre
a shot when he
penalty.
heard the whistle. He intentionally
First foul on
spun to
Andre
pass
Caracol.
it. But they're going to give him the 2 free throws anyway. That's a
Free
heads-up
throws
play
for
by 30.
Ravenna.
Weak side help and helping the helper is going to be key for any team that plays Ateneo. Anytime they have that formation, that 2-1-2 or either 1-3-1 starting formation in the offense, it's going to open up a lot of baseline drives, but LaSalle has done the same.
It's a 9-point lead now for Ateneo. Karakut with a dozen to shoot. Baltazar there to offer. Ange closes out strong. They swing it. 3 on the way. Keyshawn can't get that one to drop.
Ange Kwame was guarding Baltasar. He was the one who helped on the drive. Baltasar has to be more aggressive on the offensive glass anytime that ball goes up.
Belangel, no. Ball loose, and there's going to be a foul on 30 on the box out against Andre Karakut. Second personal on Ravenna.
Holding foul, the number 30, Ravenna.
3:54 mark of the second period. We'll take this time out. Let's take a look at Jermaine Bird. That's the active consultant for the De La Salle Green Archers. BDO coaches winning ways. He's yelling box out, Christian. That is as clear as universal in whatever country you play basketball in. That hand motion means box out, and the Archers need to heed the word of their coach on the sideline.
Rebounding story, 14 all after the end of 10 minutes of play. But right now, Ateneo +3 in that category, 23-20. Offensive
foul as Meeker used the Malonzo screen.
Offensive foul, number 13, Jaime Malonzo.
And if you're a big guy, sometimes you look at your guard and then you say, yeah, that foul is on me, but you went a little early. I wasn't set yet.
You're right. That's why a lot of coaches, they teach for the screener to make a short jump stop just to establish the screen.
Mike inside, yet a block from behind by Malonzo. Aljun picked up by Belangel, tried to fire a bullet inside. Meeker will recover. They swing it. Malonzo to Aljun. Melesio draws Kwame. Meeker picked the three, and they're going to say he walked.
That was great defense. Good offense by LaSalle, but great defense by Ateneo after two swings from right to left, left to right. Forces the turnover.
Navarro with it, top of the key. Ange pops out. They want to go to Kwame against Melesio. Ange takes it himself to the basket. Won't go. Good stand there by Bates.
Taking away the first move and still being able to slide even after the second move. Fade away.
Aljun fade. Kwame closed the distance. 11 to shoot. As ball will stay with De La Salle after it's tapped out. Ralph Koo will re-enter, and Aljun Melesio will take a breather for the Green Archers.
It's just tough to score on Ateneo every time they have their defense set, especially when Ange Kwame is inside. He just covers so much ground, not only with his man, but even with the guy driving and even with the ball swinging, he's just there.
5 to shoot. Meeker pulls up. 3, no go. SJ over to Matt. 2-point guards on the floor here for the Blue Eagles. Trying to work against this De La Salle zone. Belangel contested 3 off to the right, and Koo is going to be whistled for a personal foul. The referee was right behind the play.
Both teams just atrocious shooting from downtown combined. 4 of 23 so far.
We're going to get our first look at Jordan Bartlett.
coming in for
before we even heard about the one and dones coming to join De La Salle, a lot of the attention was on Bartlett. Had an impressive outing with the National University Bulldogs 2 seasons ago. After that season, elected to transfer to De La Salle, spent his residency, him, Hill, and Lohera, who we haven't seen action yet. They were supposed to be the big guns brought in by the Green Archers, and now they're joined by the 3 one-and-done players. Now we see Bartlett for the first time in the green and white. It's a double-digit affair now as Ateneo opens their biggest lead of the game. They're up 11 heading into this timeout. Fudgy Bar, Obar Sasaya, the Blue Eagle bench, celebrating, and they have had more or less 11 more reasons to celebrate than Billy Capistrano and Kiana and the rest of the De La Salle faithful here so far. Ateneo ahead double digits. Here's a throwaway by LaSalle. Matt, touchdown.
Nieto!
And a three-quarter court press that falls back to a zone, making a difference. Matt Nieto not even putting the basketball down to score on the other end.
Cool for three. No go. Body on the floor as Kwame clears it for the Blue Eagles. This is a 13-point lead now for Ateneo.
Only in the second quarter, but really got check time as Ateneo up by 13. Last 2 minutes. Important for LaSalle to be only down by single digits instead of being down doubled. Got to finish stronger.
Nieto for three. No go. Navarro with another possession for the Blue Eagles. Cuts the mat, and Nieto wisely flicks it up, knowing he was going to get a whistle there. McDonald's instant replay of the throwaway. And Nieto with a layup, expanding Ateneo's lead to a baker's dozen. A chance to make it 15 with 2 from the stripe here.
Both teams really doing a decent job of taking care of the basketball for about the first 15 minutes. You know, LaSalle only had 3 turnovers up to that point. Right now has about 5 or 6.
There's Jet Nieto, father of Matt and Medium Mike.
Correct myself, they already have 8.
And LaSalle's only put up 8 points so far this quarter,
right,
Christian, if I'm not mistaken. So while it has not been a flurry of points for Ateneo, they've chipped and they've chipped and they've added a little bit and a little bit, and now they're up by 15. And LaSalle will need to find buckets, and they'll need to find them quick. Malonzo, great fake underneath. They say no go on the basket. The whistle is for a travel, and it goes back Ateneo's way.
LaSalle right now trying to put some pressure in the backcourt, but no pressure on William Navarro. Easily crossing it.
Belangel, they're trying to free up Mike.
Good help by Ku as Ange Kwame is trying to seal down Bates at good position.
SJ to Will. Medium Mike for 3. 15 to 1. Ateneo run. Can Bartlett answer back? Get that out of here. Ange Kwame threw it to the third row.
Just an impactful player on both ends. Even the 3 by Mike Nieto, obviously with his position on the floor. Right here, extra pass. Nobody rotating on the other side. His second 3 of the ball game. And how about the effort on the other end? Really his calling card. Ange Kwame swatting that one like a fly.
Malonzo on the cut inside. It's tapped away. SJ saves it. Blue Eagles going downhill again. LaSalle needs a stop here.
They can go 2 for 1.
Matt with 7 to shoot. Matt with 5. Nieto all the way. A walk in the park for Matt Nieto as he went to the other side for the right-handed layup.
Nobody communicating right there. LaSalle has been very good for about the first 10-12 minutes with their help defense. Not that time.
Bartlett will be fouled, and LaSalle can get the double digits in this quarter. So
number 11,
for all of the, we know Ateneo. We know what they will do. We know their guys. We know their system. And they showed it in full display in that second period. There's so much we don't know about De La Salle. What do they have maybe in their back pockets to try and turn this thing around?
Well, they have a lot of versatility. You know, Lohera, first time to see action, a guy we talked about, can be a lockdown defender. They have length also, Baltasar, Malonzo, and even though it's against a 7 feet in Kwame, anytime you have those 2 on your team, what I just mentioned, then your discipline on defense is going to be a key, because even though having all the skills and the abilities to do so, it takes commitment, especially on the defensive end, to be effective. We did not see that in the second quarter.
Way too strong for Malonzo on his first try here in the second half. Here's Ange on the pick and roll. Ange lost it on the way up. The follow still no go, so that's 2 stops there for De La Salle. They've got to find conversions on the offensive end. Andre to Lohera. Kurt to Baltazar. Ange closing in, no problem. That's the guy they need to get going. Manulife Vision player of the game.
Baltasar only is 4th point, as he just had 2 points in the first half on 6 attempts. Good sign though, making his first basket in the second half.
30. Lobs it up to Kwame. Kwame cleans it up. That's the Ravenna Kwame connection. A PS Bankable assist to the game. Parang PS Bank personal loan na maaasahan. Apply online. No collateral.
Puts LaSalle's defense into a decision as they move forward with that side ball screen between their 2 best players in 30 and Kwame.
Karakot bumps into Kwame. The layup too strong. If you're LaSalle, you have to enter the second half with a mentality that, you know, obviously this lead by Ateneo was built in a quarter. The great thing about basketball is now you have 2 left to try and make it back.
The important thing is that they bring back the pace they played with in the first, just like this one.
Lohera, connection. Touchdown for De La Salle. Boys send points in the paint for Kurt Lohera.
One shot, run out. That's what LaSalle has to do to get stops and layups on the other end. They had 7 fast break points in the first quarter, 0 in the second quarter.
Well, they got 2 on this trip already. But give up a foul here that will send Will Navarro to the free throw line. And that's a perfectly placed pass. Navarro to the stripe. Will's first is up and through. (54-33).
William Navarro, 4 points in that first half, had 6 boards, 4 coming from the offensive end. It just continues to develop into a solid player.
High ball pressure here for Ateneo results in a 5-second violation. And Tab Baldwin is fist pumping on the sideline.
And why not? You gotta love it, even though up by 22. This one right here, that's what I'm talking about.
A great shot there by our team as Ravenna almost bobbled it into a turnover, throws it out. And Mamuyak will pick it up and take the backcourt violation, as 30 was not able to complete the knockout play underneath.
Obviously 2 quick turnovers by both teams. Let's see what LaSalle has. You gotta get a quality look right here.
Lohera, Malonzo, Karakot on corks. Andre for 3. That is cash and 1. Might just be what they needed. It's a steep climb still, but that's a good significant step up towards the summit here for the De La Salle Green Archers.
We talked about having a quality look right there. First pass on the inbound. Karakot had 1 dribble and was open. Just needs that small window to put up a shot.
Well, if we know anything about Andre Karakot, whether it's up 20 or down 20, he's not shy. He sees a shot, he'll take it, and in that case, draws the 3rd personal on 30 Ravenna, which could be a development that will play big later on. Ravenna short arms a triple. Here comes Melesio, spins away from Matt. Melesio with a pull-up, no go, and Kwame with a pull-down.
Too quick of a shot right there by Melesio. Easy cleanup by Kwame.
Trying to quicken the pace is this De La Salle team. Mamuyak goes away from the screen. Mamuyak's pass rejected. Baltazar bringing it down the floor. Justin to Malonzo. Oh, Aaron bounce pass goes straight to the hands of Gian Mamuyak. Matt will set the table. Will high up to Ange. good rejection there and good interference by Lohera. Here's Malonzo underneath, drops it to Melesio, rejected by Kwame.
Kwame now his fourth block of the game. In step with his last performance, he had 6 against Adamson.
And at some point, that's not even Algin's fault anymore.
Right. But the thing though is, on that play, Ange Kwame was the one who helped on Malonzo, as we see a beautiful, easy 2 out of bounds underplay by Lohera. He was the one who helped on Malonzo on the right side of the floor, and he was the one who blocked the shot on the other side.
Lead down to 16. Mike to Matt. Nieto, 16-footer, that one contested. Ange with a rebound.
Not even
Matt for 3, short. Lohera threw it up. Here's Karakut with one guy to beat. Andre can't get it. Asking for a foul. Ball is live. Here comes Navarro. Navarro challenges Baltazar, and Will Navarro with a switch-footed layup. A Jollibee 100%. The amazing move of the quarter.
At a running start, Navarro. Good finish with the right hand off the wrong leg. Melesio finally gets a bucket after a long drought. His first basket, as far as I can remember, was the first quarter.
They've trimmed it down to 15. Reason for this Tab Baldwin timeout. We'll be back with more.
Joaquin Manuel coming in for Jaime Malonzo.
Very few things in sports just that are like the drums, the energy, the tradition, and the passion that is an Ateneo LaSalle crowd on a UAAP Sunday. BDA coaches winning ways. That's Coach Tab Baldwin right after they forced that 5-second violation. But since then, LaSalle's put together a little bit of a run here, showing a little bit more fight here in the third period after that Aljon Melesio 3 cuts it down to 15. Now they put on a trap. Navarro breaks it. It's now with Kwame on the baseline.
2-2-1 to 2-3 in the half court.
10 seconds to shoot. Mamuyak over to Mike. Mike to the corner. Navarro has 2 guys closing in on him. Underneath, Nieto leaves it for Kwame. Kwame twists in the air, no go, and Kwame fights off 3 white shirts to get to that offensive rebound. Navarro to Matt. Matt dribbles closer. Nieto challenges Baltazar. Baltazar gets the stop. Mamuyak gets the loose ball. It's still with Ateneo. Gian and the Blue Eagles will run out of time.
Because the ball did not hit the rim on the second opportunity. Gian Mamuyak, instead of going all the way to the rim, has lost track of time right there.
Here's LaSalle. Melesio, left the layup a little short. Had a good look, did Aljon. We are now at the Gatorade hydration checkpoint of the third period.
A wasted opportunity right there. Could have trimmed this lead down to 13. Good pass.
Mamu for 3. No go. And Lohera will track it down for LaSalle. Andre tried to get to Baltazar, but the trailing Kwame got in the way of the pass.
Good hands by Mamuyak. He was the one who deflected that pass.
Oh, that's Mamu with the deflection. Matt to Mike. Bounce pass to Mamuyak. 7 to shoot, 6 to shoot. Matt will settle for the 3. No go. Another possession for Ateneo. Navarro out to Mamu for 3. GN goes ringless, but not the good kind, but it stays with them. 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. Another try by Mamuyak. This one too strong. Navarro with another shot at the basket, and finally LaSalle has the leather. Andre out to Melesio. Aljun for 3, short.
How about the transition defense by Ateneo? Just when you think LaSalle trying to play ahead, had 4 blue shirts inside the paint and secures it after only 1 shot.
Well, Melesio though is fired up. He got a good look at that 3. He wants it back. There's a stop here, almost completed. Yes, it is. LaSalle
Bad pass.
threw it away.
And you see the intention, especially coming after halftime, of trying to push the pace. Has cost them a couple of turnovers also.
3:36 mark. We all need a quick break. We'll be back with more. We got a 15-point game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, as LaSalle trying to claw back into this, trying to chip away and chip away. Similarly, as we take a look at VIP row here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, you see our ABS-CBN executives there. They're enjoying the action as per usual for Ateneo LaSalle affairs. Quick check with who's on the floor as we resume action. BJ Andrade and Tyler Tio. That's the backcourt for Ateneo. They're with Isaac Go and Ange Kwame, the 2 bigs, and Mike Nieto, the swingman. Tyler left that one short. It gets to him, but he's out of bounds, and ball will go now to the side of the De La Salle Green Archers, who are out there fielding Enzo Serrano, the rookie Joel Cagulangan with Joaquin Manuel, Jamie Malonzo, and Bates, the man in the middle. Serrano to Malonzo for 3. Back rimmed it. Chased down by Kwame. Threw it off the back of Serrano and will go Ateneo's way.
Again, right there, helping on the drive by Serrano.
23 seconds on
And
the
because
shot
of his good feet and his desire to close out on a shooter in Malonzo, gets a good contest and saving that play for them to get this possession.
BJ for 3. Cash. Money, BJ Andrada.
The 3-point shooting has not been good for both teams in this game. Andrada, only the 4th 3-point shot made by Ateneo.
That's Andrade's first hit of the game, and it's answered back quickly by Joaquin Manuel. Back down to 15, the deficit.
Cannot exchange baskets, they need stops.
2-3 zone in effect. BJ, same spot. Left this one short, and Brandon Bates with the big board.
A terrific block out by Manuel that opened up the rebound for Bates.
Encho out to Joel. Kagulangan the crossover. Joel inside. Joel tried to kick it out. It's tapped out under the towers there of Ateneo. A little too deep in the woods was the rookie. They'll recover with 10 to shoot.
Again, a great recovery by Kwame as Kagulangan goes away from the screen but still able to recover and almost forced a turnover.
Malonzo underneath against Kwame. Kagulangan fights for it, and it's LaSalle's turn to get a second serving. Kagulangan uncorks a three. Malonzo taps it away from Kwame. Ball is still live. It's out of bounds, and it will stay with De La Salle for a third serving.
And Magdeburg.
Take a look at Tab there. I think that was from the half. Talking to BJ Andrade, and the words certainly taking effect. McDonald's instant replay of BJ's three. Malonzo underneath, finding Serrano. The pass a little wild. Encho forces it up, no go, and Isaac Go gets it to Tyler Tio. Forward pass. Here's Mike Nieto. Mike inside, will leave it to Pat Magdeburg. And that will go for Mike Nieto. It's a bruise and a deuce. A three-point play opportunity. Yamaha Mio, #1 move.
That's a nice brush screen set by Pat Magdeburg. Right here, semi-transition, pocket pass by Big Mike. Does not give up on the play, even after the miss. But instead, will have a 2+1 coming up for him. Coach Tab loving it.
That's effort right there. That's simply not giving up on the play for Mike Nieto as he tries to complete the trifecta. Only free throw is good as Andre Caracot will re-enter for Joel Kagulangan.
17 out of 17 from the stripe is Ateneo so far today.
Minute 25 left.
Double high. Well defended.
Malonzo gets the first step over to Serrano. Serrano, floater in Magdeburg's face. No go, but there's a cleanup by Jamie Malonzo.
And that's what LaSalle has to do. Continue to use the cross-court pass and put pressure at the rim. It'll open up offensive rebounds, especially if you have an athletic guy in Malonzo.
Magdeburg with it. Hand off to Tyler. Dio thought about it for a split second. Instead, got it to Isaac. It's now with Mike. Ice for three. Go on the way, no go. Ball is loose, and Baltazar pulls it down for LaSalle.
That's a stop we were looking for. Let's see if LaSalle can capitalize. Good early seal and good pass by Caracot. But only the second team foul of Ateneo with still 38 seconds remaining. LaSalle can go 2 for 1.
Number 11, Isaac Go.
Although shot clock is only 14.
Two on the Blue Eagles. 40 seconds on the shot clock.
Serrano to trigger in. Caracot with Andrade on him. Caracot finds Encho underneath. They swing it. Jamie for three. Finally able to hit.
Jaime Malonzo, three.
Domino's Pizza, what a delivery play. 3-second differential, game and shot. There's 15 on the Ateneo 24. Tyler, crossover. Isaac to Mike underneath. BJ for three. Answers back. Oh, what a triple by Andrade.
That's a big shot and a big answer for his second straight three to end the quarter for the Eagles.
Oh, the heave by Caracot is wide, but it was a 13-point game already. But the last possession three by Andrade reopens a 16-point Ateneo advantage heading into the fourth. 50-66 is the score. LaSalle will start with the ball here in the fourth quarter, Christian. And off air, you were making a good point about what coulda, shoulda, woulda been.
Well, unable to get the stop. Could have been down 13 first possession of the fourth. Could have trimmed this lead down maybe to 10 if they make a basket or a three right here. But a better quarter nonetheless for LaSalle. You know, after a disastrous second quarter, 28-8 that time in that quarter. LaSalle outscoring Ateneo 21-15. First 5 minutes though very important for LaSalle as they make the first basket on Baltazar. That's his second jumper this time from the top of the key.
And that shot by Justin Baltazar, whether it was in high school or now, he's proven that is money for him. The bread and butter. BJ, another three. This one a little short. It will stay with Ateneo though as they get another offensive board.
And this is the one we talked about. You see, minus 20 was LaSalle in that second quarter after shooting 42% in the first quarter, down to 17, but ended that third quarter.
Great first play out of that huddle. McDonald's instant replay shows you that Justin Baltazar jumper. Mike inside, off the spin, fade, jumper is good for Mike Nieto.
A nice move. He has had a good rhythm to his game today, obviously feeling at that time off the spin.
Karakot to Baltazar. Back out to Andre. They'll run the two-man game again. Oh, Andre lost it on the rip. Here's Tyler, one guy to beat. Mike, touchdown Ateneo.
Smart play by Tyler. Had Bates trying for a chase down, probably got in his way after the bounce pass.
And Ateneo makes it an 18-point affair again heading into this quick timeout. You said it, Christian. First 5 minutes of this game going to be crucial. So far, it's Ateneo with the first blow in the fourth quarter, expanding the lead back up to 18. How will the Archers respond? Karakot to Encho for three. Serrano, no go. Baltazar had it tapped away by Andrade. It will stay with De La Salle.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
Karakot, long three. Airmailed that one, and it will go Ateneo's way.
6 of 21 from downtown is LaSalle after that shot. Still 8:40 remaining. LaSalle has to put some pressure on the basketball, extend their defense, try to gamble for some steals, get easy opportunities on the other end, but easier said than done, my friend.
Tyler trying to get rid of Karakot. That's going to be an offensive foul on Isaac Go. Moved a little bit at that very last moment.
Passive foul, number 11,
Tried to chase Andre.
His third personal
Get the hit.
on the Blue Eagles.
Balik sa LaSalle ang bola. Bates over to Malonzo. Malonzo got rid of it. Here's Baltazar on the curl. Sweeping right hook for Baltazar off of the glass is good.
A beautiful action on the low ball screen towards the baseline, and on the curl up top by Baltazar with a semi-sweeping hook.
Tyler draws the big guy. Screen coming.
Switch.
Tio against Bates. Tio falls down. Go with two to shoot. Go. 1 foot fade. No. Rebound taken away by Mike Nieto. He ripped that one from Jamie Malonzo's grasp.
Their 20th offensive rebound.
Andrade against Bates. BJ the push off. BJ the fade. Jumper up. No go. And finally LaSalle clears it. Karakot looking up. Karakot transition 3. No go. Malonzo with a cleanup, and that's 2 points on the board for De La Salle. The lead down to 14. Jollibee 100%, the amazing move of the quarter. Can La Salle put together some stops? Or will Ateneo add more cushion again? Go. Big 3 coming. In and out. Big chance here for the Green Archers. Here comes Serrano to the middle. Emergency pass. Karakot with 13 to work with. Andre and Bates, 2-man game. Andre down the middle.
Good pass.
Jamie for 3.
More shot.
Off of the side of the backboard. Ball is still live. Clock's still live. Magdenburg picks it up. Here's Andrade. One guy to beat. Andrade kept the dribble alive. Here's Mike inside. And Nieto will be fouled and will take 2 free throws.
Well, Ateneo was ready to set it up, but because Baltazar and Bates trotted back here on the loose ball, Magdenburg slips. Might have walked, no call. Andrade, instead of setting it up, good decision to attack, led to Mike Nieto, who has had a game right here. The Nieto brothers combined 30 points so far.
And Mike Nieto has, if there's anyone here that's played a lot of Ateneo LaSalle games, we did say it was maybe a foreign experience to some. Well, Big Mike's been playing these games since SPP, since grade school.
New names coming in for Pat.
First miss of Ateneo, by the way, at the charity stripe.
Round 2.
Magdenburg gets a hand, so did Andrade and Tio, as that backcourt off the bench played well for the Blue Eagles. Nieto, Ravena back on the floor. So is Lohera and Ku for De La Salle. Melesio also back in the fold.
Coach Tab not taking any chances, matching up to Melesio immediately was 30.
Here's Lohera, the lefty, 15-footer. That's good.
Good looking jumper going to his right.
Now a 13-point game.
Somehow LaSalle has to disrupt this offensive flow by LaSalle, trying to force them into things they're not used to doing. This is Ateneo's offense.
Blocked by Baltazar on Ravena. 30 gets it back. Here's Daves. Wild pass inside, and that's another LaSalle stop.
Good pass.
Serrano, one guy to beat. Oh, Serrano skied and double pumped it off the glass.
Sounds cliche, but Serrano definitely a Filipino. Nagkape sa ere.
Oh, he got up. 30, drives baseline. Serrano goes tumbling. Go for 3. No. Ball is tapped out, and it's still with the Blue Eagles. 30 for 3. In and out, and Daves casually walks over to the ball and picks up another offensive board.
They're 22nd of the game.
30 to Matt. Floater in the lane. No go. Daves, another offensive rebound. No go. Isaac with another tap. Finally, it's with LaSalle. Melesio to the basket. Aljun makes it. We're at the Gatorade hydration checkpoint. halfway through the fourth quarter, and it's a single-digit game.
And even though after giving up a ton of extra possessions, not letting up though, as they finally secure it. Melesio attacks on the other end quickly.
Well, we got a timeout. We'll be back. (62-71). A furious rally here by the Green Archers. They outscored Ateneo in that third period. They've outscored them so far here in the fourth, 12-5. They've managed to make it a 9-point game with 4:50 left. Highlighted by finishes from, well, there are new guys, there are transferees, there are guys who've flown in to join the team, but the old reliables are fueling this run. Melesio and Serrano, the last two hitters for the Green Archers.
Trying to get the ball into 30 on the post. They do it right away. Good spin.
Oh, 30. Left that one short. Lohera over to Melesio. 2-on-1. Mamuyak out of nowhere. But ran out of real estate, did Gian. And it will stay with De La Salle.
A good spin, but better help defense by La Salle, and more importantly, getting the rebound, just unable to hit on the other end. They have one more opportunity on the out-of-bounds under.
Ball in the hands of Aljun. Melesio draws Mamuyak. Aljun with a spin. Aljun blocked by Daves. Aljun gets a tap on it. Cool with an errant pass. Mamuyak, one guy to beat. Gian flips it up and one.
Basket pass from Mamuyak.
Bruce Deuce. 3-point play opportunity for Mamu.
What a play by Dave. Gets the block on the other end. Ball ends up with Ange Kwame. Good outlet pass. And how about the finish by Gian Mamuyak? That's a tough angle high off the glass. And a big basket nonetheless, as La Salle just getting back in this ball game.
And that one was to answer a 10-1 La Salle run. 11-point game. Melesio underneath to Baltazar. Great fake. And one. There's a whistle on the play. He gets a 3-point play opportunity. So a chance to trim it to 8.
Look at this pass. That's a very low bounce pass, but a good stance nonetheless. Able to bend and get it with 2 hands. Baltazar, more importantly, the shot fake to eliminate Kwame, but he doesn't complete the 2+1.
So the lead is at 9. 73-64, under 4 to play. Nieto to Kwame for 3. In and out. And Baltazar gets up to grab that one.
Not the shot you want if you're Coach Tab, and he gives Ange Kwame the look. Could be costly, especially if La Salle scores right here.
Melesio gets away for a moment. Stops.
Yeah.
Oh, gets called for a travel.
Joaquin Manuel coming in for Ralph Good.
Shuffled his feet just
On the
about
jump stop.
after the jump stop.
Ralph Koo will take a seat. Joaquin Manuel will re-enter. So outside of Kurt Lohera, the 5 on the floor for De La Salle. Guys we saw with the program in season 81 as Mamuyak sneaks one through off the glass.
And because of the concern to help out, that would either open up the offensive rebound or the pocket pass to Kwame, Mamu with a good decision to kiss it off the glass.
Angat sa 11 ulit ang lamang. Melesio, wild kick out.
So that's 2 straight turnovers
Andre Karakot.
by Melesio in the last 30 seconds for LaSalle.
That cues the coaching staff. Jermaine Bird brings in Andre Karakot. Melesio will take a breather. Under 3 to play. Mamuyak to Daves. Back out to Gian. Gian to Ange on the pick and roll. Ange tries to force it through, no go. Ball is loose, it ends up with Mamu. Here's 30, skying high but missing.
Good save by Baltasar to keep that ball in play.
Karakot to Waki. Out to Andre for 3. Cash!
Andre Karakot, 3!
Hard to keep a good man down. And the De La Salle Green Archers are still in this one.
What a rebound, what a save by Baltasar that ignited the break for that open three-pointer on the pass by Waki.
Mamuyak silences them again. 2 huge shots here in the fourth quarter by Gian Mamuyak.
2 cold-blooded shots too.
Kwame sends that one almost to the lower box. We're almost just about inside the final 120 of the ball game. PS Bank last 2 minutes. PS Bank, pasend via mobile ang padala mo, cash agad in minutes. Serrano can get up. And Kwame can get up higher.
I would have loved if he looked at Eliza and probably saying, are you impressed with that spike?
What you can do, I can do as well. Ball stays with De La Salle though. 120 to play.
Last 2 minutes!
Baltazar to Lohera against 30. Lohera can't get the layup to go. 10-point game. Ateneo trying to put this one away. Oh, that's going to be an offensive foul on Ange Kwame, much to the dismay of Tab Baldwin, who was right next to the official.
Offensive foul, number 34, Ange Kwame. His second.
Still a lot of time for LaSalle to make a run.
You have Aljun Melesio. You don't need as much time as most teams would. But it's a 10-point game with 1:41 to play. Jermaine Bird wishes for a timeout. We'll be back with more. All right, 101.5 seconds left as we look back at the Karakot 3 that inched LaSalle closer. But on the other side, the Blue Eagles, well, they've turned to young Gian Mamuyak, who's provided 2 field goals in succession, both on that right wing. One was a running floater off the bank, another one, that perfect jumper. As LaSalle tries to make it back from 10 down, they go to Baltazar against 30. Justin The fade. Left that one short. Wacky fights for the offensive board.
Good rebound, good pass.
Lohera inside. Lohera. And 30 wound up almost falling on top of Ange as both of them disrupted that pass. It stays with LaSalle with 7.8 left.
7.8 seconds on
Baseline
the shot
inbound
clock.
courtesy of Kurt Lohera.
Screen to screener for Malesio.
Manuel is open underneath and Wacky gets a quick two.
And because of their concern on
Joaquin
Malesio on the
Manuel.
catch and shoot, nice slip by Manuel for the easy two. Down by 8.
Mamuyak again. Balls with Matt. 30 with 9 to shoot.
That's a
Mamu.
foul on Manuel.
And Ange comes up limping from it after I think they hit each
Putting
other
down
knee
the
to
number
knee.
6, Joaquin Manuel. His second 3 on the Green Archers.
So you look at the block story here. Kwame with 5 blocks, the entire LaSalle team with 4 blocks.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Probably trying to sell another offensive foul, as I believe he was the one who was able to initiate that successfully a couple minutes ago. That time, official was on top of the play.
LaSalle though was not in the penalty as Ateneo triggers it in. Mamuyak with 10 to shoot. Mamuyak, another runner. This one off to the left. He gets his own miss and Mamuyak cleans it up. Oh, how big has Gian Mamuyak been for Ateneo here in the 4th period?
6 points in the last 3 minutes for him. Just one big basket after another.
Melesio to Malonzo to Lohera. One dribble, pull-up jumper, too strong, and Kwame will track it down for Ateneo. It's with 30. Melesio gets in on the action, completes the steal. Malonzo. They go downstairs to Lohera. They're running out of time here. Melesio will uncork a 3. He'll miss, and Kwame will pull it down for Ateneo. They're up by 10.
That's it.
And are wasting away the time here. Had a lead as big as 22. Had it trimmed to single digits here in the ending moments of the 4th period, but Gian Mamuyak there to spell the difference and to add a little bit more cushion for Ateneo.
Coach Tab not happy with something right now, as screaming at his team, but this was the play by Gian Mamuyak. 6 points
Joaquin Manuel.
in the last 3 minutes. What a time to step up,
And
especially with a
Alonso.
struggling 30 Ravenna, who has about 6 points, 2 of 11. Ange Kwame, 6 points, 3 of 12. But
14
Mike
seconds
Nieto,
on the shot
18 points for him across the board, 7 of 11. Close to 64%. Matt Nieto with 13. Mamuyak with the finishing touches. Last 6, and will probably finish with 12 or more.
That's going to be another foul
Pushing
on
down
Joaquin
number 6,
Manuel
Joaquin
as
Manuel
he
penalty.
goes over and apologizes
Fourth
to
down
Matt.
on
So
Joaquin
all
Manuel.
is well in that exchange, but it will be 2 free throws now for Matt Nieto as the proverbial towel not being thrown in here by De La Salle. Not quite yet. In a game that has introduced and reintroduced multiple things and people and faces to us. The faces of the defending champions, the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles, Ange Kwame, Mike Nieto. You mentioned Matt as well. And the emergence and growth of guys like Gian Mamuyak and Tyler Tio. And then also there's the new guys, the new faces, especially on the De La Salle side of things, as Serrano will miss that one. Matt will hang on to it and will waste away the clock as this chapter gets written off in favor of the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. 81 to 69.
69 for the
La Salle
Green Archers.
really gave them a fight after 10 minutes, but really costly was that second quarter, 28-8. And then trying to claw their way back down to 13. And then with the last run in the 4th quarter, just not enough, just too high of a mountain to climb.
And, you know, for all of the things that Ateneo does well and did well in this game, we'll get to those in a moment, Christian. But if you're watching the De La Salle Green Archers right now, what's your takeaway? Sure, this is a loss. It does not go into the W column for you, but there have to be certain things that you're happy about if you're a La Salle fan.
Well, I think they have a lot of, you know, versatility on defense, have a lot of length on the floor from that two spot, especially when Lohera is inside. They tried that earlier, Malonzo at the three, you know, Bates and Baltasar. I think it's just a question of, you know, moving forward into the next 13 games of what's the identity of the team.
That's right.
I mean, Melesio was awfully quiet for a good 25 minutes of this ball game. Only 2 points after first half, but we saw time and time again, not only in this game, but in the last few years, of how he can explode. Let's see how they mesh well together in the next few games.
Well, they are unsuccessful in their first outing here in the UAAP. They fall short by a dozen to the Blue Eagles, down by as much as 22. As we said, made a fight out of it there in the very end, but definitely an exciting roster for the De La Salle Green Archers. They'll have to wait, though, for the second round before they can maybe exact some revenge, or at least have a crack at revenge against their arch rival Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. Our PS Bankable Player of the Game, PS Bank Home Loan, isang araw lang, may bahay ka na.
Look at Gian Mamuyak, 14 points, 6 points in the last 3 minutes, 4 rebounds, couple of assists. You know, we didn't even show the deflections. He was all over the floor. Let alone, you know, Ange Kwame was terrific on the, you know, with his deflections, but Mamuyak, just an impact player, not only on defensive end, but also on the other side.
AXA, Know You Can, Player of the Game, another veteran in that backcourt for Ateneo. Their lead point guard, their general, Matt Nieto, and he seems to always restore order on the floor for the Blue Eagles.
He was just solid the whole game, stayed in front of his man, made good decisions on the floor, and what you like about him is that he had 0 turnovers. Sama mo pa yung kapatid niya si Mike. Another 0 turnover game para sa dalawa.
Dataland. This Dataland Residential's win was won by the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles as they sing their anthem, and they are victorious here today. So, you know, it was a display once again of success when it comes to the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. They were able to withstand the barrage there by De La Salle in the end, but really that second quarter, 28-8, really spelled the difference in this game.
It was, and if it was any other team, there might have been a chance, but against, you know, the defending champs, 3 finals appearance in the last
too hard to do.
3 years, it's just too hard to do.
Let's go and talk to our winning coach for this ball game. Coach Tab Baldwin takes another victory, another Ateneo La Salle win for him, and the second win for him and his Blue Eagles here in the season 82 of the UAAP. Our conversation with him will begin in a moment. I know that he has Mike Nieto, who we want to speak to and speak about as well, because Big Mike had himself quite an outing so far here. Coach Tab, there, we got a headphone on him. Coach Tab, congratulations. We're very, very entertained by this game. I'm not sure if that's the word that you will use, if you were entertained by it, but in your own words, how did you find a way to take this victory here today?
Well, at first, we just want to say that this is the Blessed Virgin Mary's Day. It's her day in honor, and we dedicated the game to her. And so I think in the Philippines, that's a very important thing to remember. Also, I got to give all the credit in the world to Coach Germain and the La Salle team. They really came to fight today. Their first game of the season, and obviously I think everybody now understands they're going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. And just a lot of effort. I mean, we're still well short in our execution. Defense was tough most of the game, and as you guys highlighted, Mamu and Matt and Anj, you know, defensively they were really tough. So, you know, we have to rely on our defense, and we just have to get better cohesion on our offense and better decision making. But all in all, we'll take the win and, you know, look ahead to what I think is going to be a titanic game on Wednesday with UST.
Coach, congratulations, 2-0 to start the season. So far, even with the wins, what are the things that you feel that you have to clean up as you move forward into the next game and the next few games?
Well, I think our offensive execution at times was really lacking, and I don't know whether people saw it today, but we were really beat up today in today's game. Adrian Wong was out. Troy Malillan was out. Gia Mamuyak was sick today. He didn't feel very well. Will Navarro couldn't continue in the game. He has a leg problem, and even Matthew Daves was playing on a bad leg. So obviously we've got to get healthy, and that's a big concern. But, we try to use all the bench when we can, and therefore our cohesion is lacking at times. And that's no excuse. We've got to clean that up. We have to be cohesive all the time.
Well, Coach, I know you want to get started on that right away, so we'll let you head back to your team. Congratulations on the victory today.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. All the best.
That's Coach Tab Baldwin for you. Always gracious to opponents in victory and in defeat, and at the same time, always find something that he can still tinker with when it comes to his team. Now, another guy we wanted to speak to today was Mike Nieto. Well, in high school, they called him Big Mike because he was much larger in size, but he has never been larger when it comes to game right now. So, Mike, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on a breakout performance para sa'yo. In your words, Mike, how did you guys find a way to win today?